Hey, everybody, welcome to Journey Through the Generations. And we're back with another episode of Reflections of Our Journey. And so today's theme is going to be food.
You know, I love food.
Don't we all?
Because, when we go on vacation, one of the things, once we know where we're going, I start looking up restaurants and places that we can eat so we can experience new things.
Yeah, so we're going to talk about food. It could be recipes, just cooking with our family, all that good stuff. So do you want to go first?
Sure. And I think this is like not just specifically for my family growing up, but food was always in the background. It was almost like a member of our family. I have so many memories of food growing up. For instance, in the summer, a lot of my family that had moved out of our small town to different places would always come back in the summer, usually around the 4th of July. So I remember sitting on the porch with my cousins and my granny and her brothers and sisters and just people in the community. And we would be shucking corn or hulling peas. My dad would be barbecuing or frying some fish. Those are the kind of things that we did in the summer. And I just remember that food was always a part of any occasion, whether it was a birthday, a family reunion, a funeral, a graduation. We didn't always focus on the cake, for instance, for like a birthday. My mom and dad would be like, what do you want to eat for your birthday? So it was always about food for us.
And it was for us too, like food is family.
Yes.
Right? It's just like you said, everything revolves around food. And it's like that today. And, we're from the South and Southern Black families. We have
Yeah.
food around everything. It doesn't matter. Whether it was happy times or sad times,
Yeah.
it is food around. And so that has kept the tradition all these years. Even today, we're grown with grown kid,
Yes.
with a grown kid. We still have that celebration around food. Is when all of the family is together.
Yes. It's, I don't know. It's just, food is just comforting. And so many of my memories are related to food. I remember being in the kitchen with my grandparents, cooking and chopping vegetables. And even to this day, when I'm stressed or I have a lot going on, I will definitely go to the kitchen and cook a real hearty meal just so I can get in there and cut some vegetables and just be in, my safe place of the kitchen so I can relate and relax and, think things through and get through whatever it is that I'm going through. Food is always around. Like I said, in the holidays, we had a standard menu. We didn't deviate from it. Like for Thanksgiving, we had a turkey, we had a ham. We call it dressing in my house, not stuffing. We had yams and macaroni and cheese and cabbage. We didn't venture off from that menu. And to this day, those are still the things that I enjoy eating on holidays.
Yeah, and it's still like that. Even when we eat and, maybe we didn't get a chance to travel to see family, we do a small sampling of all of that stuff, enough for 3 or 4 people,
Right.
Not 20,
Yeah.
And so, it still stands today. That's what we do.
Mm-hmm. And it's that memory of smelling and tasting that can take you 20, 30 years down the road and remember something that you hadn't thought about in years. I remember a couple of years ago, I don't remember where we were, but we walked by a popcorn shop and they were making cinnamon popcorn. And that immediately took me back to my Madeira's house. I don't know what that memory was for, but it was something she was making with cinnamon. And I just vividly remember her over the stove, stirring some pot and being in the kitchen with her and smelling that cinnamon. And it just brought back so many memories.
Yeah, and I think for me, looking back, so I grew up in a family with four. It was four of us children, and I think pretty much I was the only one that helped Mama in the kitchen, right? So I helped her, and it wasn't just me trying to lick the spoon or the beaters for the cake
You did
or
that
whatever.
too, though.
Absolutely, but actually helping her cook and do things, and like you said, barbecue, and we were shucking corn, and we had a garden in the back, and Mama still has a garden today,
does.
and so we did those things. I did those things mostly with Mama, and so that's probably why I don't mind cooking today.
Right, yeah.
That's because I did that, and I have that memory too. And I don't think I've ever told you about me burning myself.
No.
I don't know. I don't remember what we were cooking, but I reached in the oven and didn't pull out the rack, and my forearm. I burned my forearm, and you can still see it a little bit
right.
today. That's from a burn from when I was a kid. And, that right there is something I'll look at and I always remember of cooking with Mama. And so those kinds of things is what's important about spending time with your kids and your other family in the kitchen, eating and cooking, and of course teaching your kids how to cook so they can do it when they grow.
Right.
Yep. So did you have any other thoughts or memories about food?
No, I just I always go back to how food is so important, and I always wonder, maybe I'll ask our son what his food memories are, because that's something that I'm just curious about, because he's of an age where he should have multiple memories of us cooking, his grandparents cooking, and I'd just be curious to see what he would say.
Yeah. And so the one thing I would tell you guys is the importance of food in Black culture. And I would highly recommend that you watch a Netflix series called High on the Hog. And it'll explain to you where a lot of the foods that you eat and about today, how they came from African culture coming over as slaves. And so I would highly recommend. It's a great
It was wonderful
series. It's 4 episodes, an hour each, and we did it over time. We didn't binge it, but if you like to binge things, Netflix movies or whatever, that'll be a good one to binge.
Yeah, it was really good.
Yep. So look at that and hit us up on Facebook and let us know what you think about High on the Hog. We really enjoyed it, and so we'll be interested to hear what you have to say. So we appreciate you guys for listening, talking about our reflections of food and recipes and time with our family. Hit us up on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and of course on Trisha's blog, journeythroughthegenerations.com. And I think we will close out there.
Yes. Thanks, guys.
All right. Y'all take care.